What's up, guys? Yo, back again. Just got out of work, got home. Just this been on my mind for a bit, so I just want to get it out before it slips my mind. Cause I got ADHD, so I got film as I go, kind of thing. Cause if I leave it for later, it's not getting done. And that's exactly what this video is about to be about. Bro, what the fuck? This video is about to be about. I'm gonna leave that in there. Fuck it. We're showing all the imperfections. But I want to talk about how, at least I want to be more um, intentional with everything I do. Like, I feel like when I sit back and think about a lot of shit, a lot of stuff in life we don't do with intention. We're just doing because that's the flow of things. A lot of things in life are very mainstream and convenient, easy just to do it kind of thing. But after recording that interview video, I realized that you get so much more reward for things you do intentionally that isn't mainstream, that isn't just like right in front of you. Like, I'm not saying it's bad to do things that are just like convenient, but it definitely has a detriment to the quality of life you have, you know? Because I've been thinking, trying to save some money. I'm thinking like I keep buying something here and there, like and I think we all do this. Like, we buy something because we're like, oh, I want it, I need it, like, or like I want it because I saw this video and it looks so useful, and like I want to use it, right? And then you buy it and you don't use it, you know? Like, I got so much shit in my room that I just don't use. I wanted to use, but I don't use. And when you really sit back and think about it, you bought that because a video online told you it was useful, but like it's not useful to you because you're not doing the thing that object's for. We're buying the object before we're doing the action, you know? Like, a lot of things we buy, you don't need to buy it to do the actions, but you bought it to do the actions, but that's not part of your normal routine, you know? But then also, a lot of routine is just going with the flow of things, you know? Like, a 9 to 5 is honestly the easiest way to make money. Like, I'm not saying 9 to 5s are easy. Jobs are hard. I got my 9 to 5, but it's a lot easier than starting your own business and actually putting like risk behind losing like a lot of money, or like risk behind investing a year or two of your life and shit's failing. You know, like 9 to 5, you show up, do the job, you leave, you get paid. There's like the guaranteed you get paid. Is honestly the easiest, safest way to make money, and people just do it, you know. And there there is, like I said, there is a purpose of that, and there are benefits in doing things like that, because then you learn and you progress. But then at a certain point, it just becomes like mindless behavior, you know. Because then like I recently, I'm thinking more on like the technology end of things. Like, I want to start using certain technologies for certain things instead of just having everything on my one phone, you know. Because I spend too much time on my phone. Like, I'm realizing like how much time I'm using on my phone because I'm watching something on my phone. I'm communicating with people on my phone. I'm just I'm shopping on my phone, bro. Like, there's so much day-to-day things you just do on your phone. And it gets to the point that it's like, am I doing this stuff because I want to do it? Or am I doing this because it's on my phone? You know? And sure, you could be like, oh, you could just have the willpower not to do it. But then, like, a lot of people don't. Like these app developers purposely make their apps addictive for you to stay on the app. So then, like, at a certain point, you're using an app, and is it really like your choice? Because we wouldn't say like, oh, you just need like the willpower to quit like a drug addiction. Because at a certain point, it becomes like something you need to survive, kind of thing. And like an alcoholic can't just quit alcohol. Like if like a really bad alcoholic can't just quit alcohol. Like they can actually die from that. They got like wean off of it. So that process is a lot harder than just like quitting cold turkey kind of thing, you know? And it forces you to be like, nah, I'm just gotta keep drinking alcohol sometimes, you know? And I'm thinking back and I'm thinking about how people talk about their phones and how they talk about like streaming services and they talk about all these technology like advances and stuff, and they're like, oh, it's convenient, it's right there, like it's easy to do, don't worry, you know, but like what's the dangers of it though, you know? And I'm not saying that like is inherently dangerous to use these products, but I do think that it's to a point that a lot of us use them obsessively to the extent of danger, you know? Because, like, say you go down a rabbit hole one day on YouTube or TikTok or whatever, at what point of that rabbit hole are you intentionally actually watching these videos? Like, sure, you intentionally, like, clicked on a video, like, oh, this looks interesting, but then you went down to the next video and the next video and the next video, and then, like, the algorithm just feeding you information. And then at what point is that information even good? Like, I think there lies like the subtle dangers of just scrolling and doom scrolling and stuff like that. Because sure, you found something that like say that like, you found something that upsets you. Okay. You watch that thing that upsets you, and then the next video is the same thing but a little different opinion. And you're like, oh dang, like I didn't think about that. And then like it upset you even more because I was like, oh, it's adding on top of that. And then next thing you know, you wasted like an hour and a half watching a video about the same topic, getting madder, and you just spend like an hour and a half mad, you know, because like the drama was enticing. And I'm saying this from my personal experience. Like sometimes you're like, oh shit, like this is fucked up. Like, what is this person talking about, you know? And like, because then you also don't like watch it for like that subject necessarily, but you watch it for like, say like your YouTuber is commenting on it, and then you're watching it for the YouTube commentary on the subject, and like that's like a slippery slope, you know? Because you're just getting yourself more worked up, and it goes the same way on like a pleasure aspect. Like, oh, I like this content. This feels good to watch. I'm gonna keep watching it. Now you're wasting like 3-4 hours watching some feel good thing, and you didn't do shit all day. You know, and like that's okay on like occasion, like you got your lazy days and stuff like that, but some people are wasting like 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day on their phones bullshitting, like just watching feel good content and like turning their brain off. That's the other thing that like now that I'm thinking about it, it's kind of dangerous. Like, yeah, people scroll on social medias and like on their phones to turn their brain off, like you're not thinking. And this is like a common saying, like, oh yeah, like I like going on TikTok and like shut my brain off at the end and decompress. And like I get that because I kind of do the same thing, but then there's other ways to decompress. Like recently my manager started reading books. And not to say you had to inherently read a book, because I think that that's where like that the origination of like that mental task went. Like, oh, end of the day, I want to decompress. I'm gonna put on the radio. I'm gonna read a book. I'm gonna just turn my brain off and like consume this media, And like that was cool for like books and like radios or like music or like I listen to music just to go and turn my brain off and it's fun. But now we're getting to a point that like the videos we watch are so addictive that wasting all day with that shit. Wasting hours upon hours of your day watching videos. And so it's like when is it intentional to watch the next video? When is because if you're reading a book and like you're addicted to that book, that's a very intentional thing. Like I realized that when I was talking to my manager about him reading books, and he was like, "Oh, I'm reading this book. It's like so addictive. Like I spent like 4 hours reading this." And I'm like, "You spent 4 hours reading a book?" Like I'm thinking, like, bro, like that's like a choice. Like you're not sitting because it's actively sitting and reading, and like yeah, you're shutting your brain off a bit because you're not really thinking. You're just following along, but you're still using like enough brain power to be like, oh, I want to sit here and get to the end of this book. You know, like it's different with the videos because you just put the video on and you just, like it takes less of an effort to sit and watch a video than read a book. And I know it's like a small difference, but I think that slight variation is the detriment behind consuming the content we consume. Like the convenience of the products is the detriment of the product, because you're getting reward without work. And that's okay, like it's human to like want that. But then also like things are better when you work for it. Like the reward is actually better when you intently walk towards a goal or walk towards doing something or walk towards entertainment. Even that, like, it's probably a lot better to type in a video that you want to see, or like, oh, this is my favorite movie. I'm gonna go and try to find whatever streaming service to watch that movie. And like you're watching that movie because you actually like that movie. Now we got the streaming services and they recommend some shows and stuff like that. And yeah, sure, like you're gonna find things that you like, and like discoverability is a plus behind it. But you're not watching it because you wanted to watch it. You're watching it because someone told you to watch it. And again, like that's okay on occasions, but when you compact that effect over the years, how much media did you watch that you really want to watch? Like how much media that affected the way you think of the world was actually your choice to watch that media? Because even like with the YouTube thing, or like, or just like TikTok or like social media aspect, not even like the streaming services, but like the social media aspect of like YouTube and TikTok and going down rabbit holes. How deep of that rabbit hole did you actually want to go down? Like, because you went from like your centered self to way over here and now you're a person that you don't even recognize. Like, you went from someone that's like, a lot of times people go from like a stable person, they saw something that they got a negative reaction about or a positive reaction about, went down this path, and those videos actually changed the person they were, because now they're like, oh, the world's on fire, like, the world's a worse place, and now I gotta react to the world being a worse place. And it's like, is it really that bad? Because honestly, I've been kind of like taking away watching videos and stuff like that. I've been trying to like get off my phone more. I'm looking around, and like, where I'm at isn't that bad. Like, my personal situation isn't that bad. And I feel like a lot of people are so like worked up online because they're following these paths online, and they're letting things that aren't actually affecting them affect them because they found something online. Like, don't get me wrong, like, say like the wars across the world, bad things, like, I definitely think that we need to solve them, this and that, stop them. um but like, at a certain point, how much time are you wasting online worrying about war that's across the world? Like, I'm not saying it's not important, but is it really important to you in your situation? Because you're not going over there to stop that shit. Like, sure, like, maybe you found like a, what's it called, when you sign a bunch of signatures to protest or whatever. Like, yeah, sure, maybe you found that, you actually go and do that, that's different. But like, how much time are you wasting just scrolling through videos on Palestine, or scrolling through videos on Ukraine and shit, and like getting yourself worked up over some shit that's happening across the world, and you gotta go into your job in like a few hours, or you're about to go to bed, and now you're going to bed angry, or you're going to work angry about something that's happening across the world. Like, it doesn't make sense when you really think about it. Because, yeah, sure, something's important, but it's not like, it's not important to you in that aspect. Like, there's a difference of importance. Like, something's happening right now to you, and you're worried about something that's happening to someone else. Like, there's different levels of importance, and it's like, sure, it's like it might be like variable depending on like how important you care about other people and this and that, and like, but that you should be priority, like, you should be your priority to take care of yourself. Because like, some people, they're like worrying about what's online, and they're not taking care of myself. Because like, not gonna lie, like, I got trouble cleaning my room sometimes. It's not like horrible, but like, it's laundry everywhere sometimes, this and that. Like, I gotta stay on top of it. And like, a lot of times I don't stay on top of it because I'm wasting time on my phone. And it's like, I'm living in a messy room for no reason. Cause I'm bullshitting on my phone, bro. Like, I could be playing video games with the boys, but I had to clean my room the other day. I was thinking about it. I was like, fuck, bro. And now my room's cleaning out. I'm gonna do like little cleanups here and there, like 5-minute cleanups, 10-minute cleanups, just tidy up. Instead of going and be like, oh, let me just get on my phone for a little bit, kill like 30 minutes, and then I end up clearing like an hour and a half. And then I came back from work at like 5 o'clock, and then it's like 7 something, and then I gotta shower and eat and go to bed at like 9. Like, there's not enough time to bullshit throughout the day. Like, and then other thing, like, we're paying for these streaming services, and we're honestly like wasting money renting out like the movies that we watch, right? Like it's to a point that like every household got like 3-4 different streaming services. And sure, like maybe it's like $12 here, $15 here. um I think some of the plans go up to like $30 depending what it is, or like $20 here. But like when you add that up, that's like $200 a year for one streaming service. Now times that by 2 or 3, that's like $600 to $800 a year, maybe $1,000 a year for renting out movies, for renting out like shows. And I'm not saying these are legal, but they are free ways to get things. Or you could buy things and have like a physical copy or like a digital copy and have like a server at home, and you actually own the thing. Because I'm bringing this up because I'm mad at HBO. Not gonna lie, I got HBO Max to watch my cartoons, bro. I got HBO Max to watch Steven Universe and Adventure Time. Okay, my Cartoon Network shows, bro. They took Steven Universe off that shit, bro, like a couple months ago. I was like, why the fuck am I paying for HBO Max now? Because I'm not watching anything else. I'm not watching anything else. Like, I'm looking, because I'm like, fuck, if they don't have Steven Universe, let me see what else they have. I'm looking through that shit. I don't want to watch any of that shit, bro. Like, sure, maybe I'll find something that I'll enjoy watching, like, but I don't want to, like, in that moment, I don't want to watch it. And then, like, I feel like these recommendations from these algorithms and these different apps and streaming services also are taking away like a social aspect of like recommending some shows to your friends or family and this and that. Like recently I watched this series called From. I would have never looked at From because it's not on my radar, because it's not in my algorithm. It's like something that was like completely different from what I usually listen. I watch and stuff like that. But then my manager was like, "Oh, bro, you gotta check this out. Fucking crazy. It's like this like horror thing or like this thriller thing. Like people end up at this like weird town that you can't escape, and there's monsters trying to eat them, and it's like fucking insane, bro. Like, and I'm like, okay, bet I'll check it out. I checked it out. One of the best shows I ever watched. And like, I appreciate my manager for putting me on, bro, because like, again, like those small interactions stack up over the years. Because also sometimes me and my manager, we talk about like audiobooks we listen to. Because I be listening to audiobooks and shit. And like, that's why he was talking about actually reading a book. And now I'm kind of thinking about, dude, should I start reading too? Because even with audiobooks, you're not working for it. Like there's definitely like a difference. You're not working your brain for, like, you're still like getting some information, and I think it's better than videos. Because also what really opened my eyes, I watched a video about um stoicism, and like we don't understand what stoicism actually is. Like we think we do because we watch some dude on YouTube say like stoicism. You gotta be like emotionless and like keep your emotions in and this and that. And I watched a video that gets less views about what stoicism actually is. And it's to have calm emotions in like stressful events to help other people. It's not about, oh, I'm a stone cold guy because I'm just cool like that. Like I don't give a fuck about anything. Like we're completely missing the plot. Like you're actually supposed to care about things and other people when you're being stoic. Like it's like, oh, someone's panicking. Let me approach them calmly to help them out. That's what stoicism is. It's not like, oh, they're fucking weird because they're panicking and I'm not because I'm stoic and I'm cool. Like that's no, you're a dickhead. Bro, that's not what stoicism is. Like, and I feel like it's such a shame that the mass population thinks about it like that because stoicism is actually such a valuable thing to have, but people just don't understand what it is because like social media misled them. And like that really opened my fucking eyes. Like, yo, like how misled are we going down these rabbit holes? Like another thing, I was watching this podcast and that guy from Shark Tank that like he's like the mean guy. I forgot what his name is, but he used to work with Steve Jobs back when like Apple got developed and stuff like that. And he was like, I do not like Steve Jobs at all. Like, and it's so interesting because he at the like later on, the guy asked like if he loves Steve Jobs, and he was like, "No, I love him." Because like you could love someone without liking them, because like you respect what they did and like they changed your life, and you probably learned a lot from them, and you could still not like them, you know? Because that's very human. I think this social media, like, oh, you gotta like everyone you love and this and that. It's like nothing's perfect. Like I think that's the other thing with like spiraling down these things. We think everything has to be perfect, and it's like no, perfection is fabrication, bro. Perfection is the fakest thing in the fucking world, bro. Like it's actually crazy to me. Like now that I'm thinking about it, like fuck being perfect. Who the fuck wants like you don't want to be perfect because you know how intense being perfect is all the fucking time. Look at all these celebrities that lost their fucking mind because they had to keep this perfect persona up, and now they're like doing some crazy shit to keep that up. You know, like you gotta think about what you want, bro. Like you gotta be intentional. Like, oh, like I don't want to be in that situation, so why the fuck will I go down this path? But tangent, I gotta be intentive. This guy on Shark Tank talking about how he used to work for Steve Jobs when that shit started up. And Steve Jobs had this saying, people don't know what they want until I tell them. And he was like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, that's a crazy statement. But it was true. Like, we don't know what we want until someone tells us. And that shit, like, sat with me for a bit because it's like, bro, we out here just following bullshit. We're following what the next person's doing. We're following all this shit and we're not doing what we want. We think we want this thing because we see someone doing some shit that looks cool. But like we don't know what it took to get there. We don't know why this person's doing that. We don't want to do that, but someone else made it look fun and now we're like, "Oh, we want to have that fun that they're having." It's not you didn't wake up one day and you want to do this thing. You were doing something else. You got distracted by this content online. And now you're doing what they're doing. Like you actually lose agency over yourself with all this bullshit we're consuming. Like it's crazy that some dude had that idea and now Apple is like one of the top tier products in the world, bro. Like it's definitely like an American heavy thing, but outside the world, like Apple's bougie. Bro, like there's people that get the new iPhone every year when it comes out for no reason other than it's new. It's Apple, it's new. Like how much of a you're a slave to Apple and the guy who invented it doesn't give a fuck about you. Apple doesn't give a fuck about you, but you're spending thousands of dollars on Apple phone. Bro, Apple's like the new iPhone's been like $1,000 for the past what like 3-4 years now. Imagine, like, think about that. You wasted $5,000 on a new phone to get like slightly better performance than what my phone that I'm recording on right now that costs $350 gets. Like, my phone and your phone does basically the same shit, but you spent $1,000+ on that shit, bro. Because it's Apple. Like, fucking think about that. Because also, most people don't use it to like the max ability. Like, when you really like push phones to the limits, most people aren't using. You're spending $1,000 to watch TikTok. Spending $1,000 to watch YouTube. You're spending $1,000 to FaceTime your bestie, bro. Like, think about that shit, bro. That's fucking insane. That's absurd, bro. When you think about that, you're spending like $5,000 on your phone. You spend like you spend $1,000 on your phone that year. You spend $1,000 on your streaming services that year. Like, you're wasting like $2,000 a year on fucking bullshit, bro. On a minimum, like, bro, my plane ticket to South Africa was $1,400. If you didn't buy your phone or your streaming services, you could have booked a plane ticket to go across the fucking world, bro. Like, when after I did that shit, it really showed me the value of fucking money, bro. Like, would you rather have the next best phone and like your streaming services, or have like a budget phone? Maybe you got like one or two subscriptions to keep up with like recommendations and stuff like that, but like, you look to like more free or budget friendly options, and it's a little more like inconvenient, but like it gets the job done type of thing. Or like you're actually just going out to a park and like experiencing the world, or you're like reading a book, or like doing something, because libraries are free, bro. You could rent movies from a library for free. Drive down to the library, rent a movie. Like, we're paying for these convenience. There's literally free media to watch. They got all the classics at the library, probably. And we're wasting money for bullshit. Like, I'd rather have a budget phone, drive to the library for some media and this and that, and save that money and buy a plane ticket to go across the world. Like, that's baller. That's fucking... Dude, like, you're wasting so much time, bro. Like, if I'm gonna rent something, rent it for free, go to the library. You can rent things for free at the library. Like, I should actually get my library card, bro, because I've been slacking on that. Because I didn't even know about that until I worked at the group home that I worked at. And that's what they did with, like, the kids. Because the kids couldn't be on phones. They had no devices and stuff like that. But so they would take them to the library to rent movies. Like, I was like, bro, what the fuck are we doing, bro? But, like, we're not even thinking. We're actually, like, everyone on these social media apps, like, using this shit, are just doing it to shut their brain off. You're literally not thinking. And then you're wondering why you're not going where in life. Like, we gotta be more attentive. Like, we gotta be more intentional in what we do. Like, we're wasting our life. Like, bro, from like 18 to 26 went like that, bro. Went like that, and like, I'm like, bro, holy shit, bro. I'm almost 30. I'm closer to 30 than I am to 20. And I'm like, fuck, like, I'm kind of in the same spot I'm in. Like, it got better. But like, when I really think about it, I could have been so much better. I could have had like 4 times the money I had if I was like actually like intensive and not just following whatever bullshit was online. Oh, this next best thing. And like, I didn't even do it to the extent that a lot of other people are doing it. I'm still like a little more like budget oriented and stuff like that. Like, I never got about the new iPhone. Like, my first phone was the iPhone. It was the SE when that came out. And then my second phone, I got the Note 10. But the only reason why I got the Note 10 when I got that phone is because me and my brother, we signed up for AT&T, and we're thinking we're getting a good deal because it was like, oh, sign up and you get a phone and the second phone's free. And we're like, oh, bet we got basically half off. You know, like we're thinking we're getting a good deal. And it was a decent phone. Then it cracked like 3 months later. That's a story for a different video. But then I bought this budget phone, the A50 I had. Bro, I had that A50. That shit was like $200 used on eBay, refurbished. I had that A50 for like 4 or 5 years, bro. Like, you know how much money I fucking saved because I just didn't get a new phone? And then I got off AT&T and I'm using Mint Mobile, bro. Mint Mobile is so cash. It's honestly like it really showed me that like we don't need these big phone companies and stuff like that. Like we're paying so much for bare minimum type of thing. Like you gotta really think about that. Like we're wasting so much money on the bare minimum just because it's convenient. Like it's not luxurious. It's the bare minimum. But that's my rant. That's my TED talk. Let's fucking go. I and God bless. Peace out. I love you guys. Truly blessed to be here making the content that I do. Yo, shout out to everyone watching my videos because I got a lot more eyes than I thought. You know, shout out to my family, shout out to my friends. A lot of support. Honestly, like me being intentive and intentional and push myself now is because I'm realizing that like a lot of people are watching me, you know. But I love you guys. Peace out.